Are we ready? Yes. Okay, you ready? All right. All right, everybody. The Rules Committee will come to order. So according to my calendar, I am now at the Democratic Caucus Issues Retreat in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And that's why I'm pleasantly surprised to once again see my Republican friends for the second time today. I didn't realize that they were so passionate about helping advance the Democratic agenda, but I think the third time. But we welcome your presence, and you know it is whatever. Anyway, in all seriousness, we still have important business to do. Let me just take a second to really sincerely thank the staff who have been working literally around the clock and in a bipartisan spirit on behalf of the American people. I want to thank my colleagues on both sides of the aisle who have been flexible and have maintained a sense of humor as we work to get this over the finish line. By now, we have discussed at length the legislation before us, but before I turn to my ranking member for any comments he wishes to make, let me just explain exactly what is new in this rule that we are considering right now. It self-executes a manager's amendment that will strike Division M of the omnibus, which is the COVID funding, update Division T to reflect the text of the Credit Union Governance Modernization Act as ordered reported, and make other technical and conforming changes. It also provides for consideration of H.R. 7007, which contains the text of Division M with changes to the offsetting language. And with that, I'm happy to turn it over to the ranking member.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to say I'm almost speechless at your endurance, and I mean that quite sincerely. I appreciate the manner in which you've dealt with the difficult circumstances of the day. I don't have anything to say that I haven't said at least twice already today. So, you know, third verse, same as the first. And with that, we look forward to working with you where we can and understand the challenges you've had. And again, quite sincerely appreciate your professionalism, our colleagues on both sides of the aisle, because I do think it's important that the underlying legislation move forward, and we know you've had to make some difficult adjustments, and we'll deal with those going forward, but I think these are the appropriate decisions for the day, given what has transpired. So with that, I yield back.
Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to the chair will entertain a motion from the distinguished gentlewoman from Pennsylvania, Ms. Scanlon. In person.
Thank you all.
Can't hear you.
Mr. Chairman, I move the committee grant a rule providing for consideration of the Senate amendment to H.R. 2471, the Consolidated Appropriations Act 2022. The rule makes in order a motion offered by the chair of the Committee on Appropriations or her designee that the House concur in the Senate amendment with an amendment consisting of the text of Rules Committee Print 117-35, modified by the amendment printed in the Rules Committee report. The rule waives all points of order against consideration of the motion. The rule provides that the Senate amendment and the motion shall be considered as read. The rule provides 1 hour of general debate on the motion equally divided and controlled by the chair and ranking minority member of the Committee on Appropriations or their designees. The rule provides that the question of adoption of the motion shall be divided for a separate vote on all of the matter proposed to be inserted by the amendment of the House, other than the divisions B, C, F, X, and Z, and titles 2 and 3 of Division N. The two portions of the divided question shall be considered in the order specified by the chair. The rule provides that if either portion of the divided question fails of adoption, then the House shall be considered to have made no disposition of the Senate amendment. The rule provides that the chair of the Committee on Appropriations and the chair of the Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence may insert in the congressional record not later than March 11, 2022, such material as they may deem explanatory of the Senate amendment and the motion. The rule further provides for consideration of H.J. Res. 75, the extension of Continuing Appropriations Act 2022 under a closed rule. The rule provides 1 hour of general debate equally divided and controlled by the chair and ranking minority members of the Committee on Appropriations or their designees. The rule waives all points of order against consideration of the joint resolution. The rule provides that the joint resolution shall be considered as read. The rule waives all points of order against provisions in the joint resolution. The rule provides 1 motion to recommit. The rule further provides for consideration of H.R. 6968, the Suspending Energy Imports from Russia Act, under a closed rule. The rule provides 1 hour of general debate equally divided and controlled by the chair and ranking minority member of the Committee on Ways and Means or their designees. The rule waives all points of order against consideration of the bill. The rule provides that the bill shall be considered as read. The rule waives all points of order against provisions in the bill. The rule provides one motion to recommit. The rule further provides for consideration of H.R. 7007, the COVID Supplemental Appropriations Act 2022, under a closed rule. The rule provides 1 hour of general debate equally divided and controlled by the chair and ranking minority member of the Committee on Appropriations or their designees. The rule waives all points of order against consideration of the bill. The rule provides that the bill shall be considered as read. The rule waives all points of order against provisions in the bill. The rule provides one motion to recommit. Finally, the rule provides that House Resolution 972 is laid on the table. I yield
Thank
back.
you very much. You've heard the motion of the gentlewoman from Pennsylvania. Is there any amendment or discussion? Okay, nobody? Okay, good. Hearing none, the vote will now be on the motion from the gentleman from Pennsylvania. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And the chair, the ayes have it. Recorded vote has been requested.
Mrs. Torres.
Aye.
Mrs. Torres, aye. Mr. Perlmutter.
Yes.
Mr. Perlmutter, aye. Mr. Raskin.
Aye.
Mr. Raskin, aye. Ms. Scanlon.
Aye.
Ms. Scanlon, aye. Mr. Morelli.
Aye.
Mr. Morelli, aye. Mr. DeSaulnier.
Aye.
Mr. DeSaulnier, aye. Ms. Ross.
Aye.
Ms. Ross, aye. Mr. Neguse.
Aye.
Mr. Neguse, aye. Mr. Cole. No. Mr. Cole, no. Mr. Burgess. Mr. Burgess.
No.
Mr. Burgess, no. Mr. Rushenthaler.
No.
Mr. Rushenthaler, no. Mrs. Fishbach. Mr. Chairman.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, aye.
Clerk report the total.
9 yeas, 3 nays.
Motion is agreed to, and I will handle it for the majority. And I again, well, we're going to try. We're going to try to get through it this time. But as I said before, everything's going as planned. So this is all part of the bigger, messed up plan, but it's going. And yeah, so we'll be on the floor in about 15 minutes. Okay, good. Thank you. Without objection, the Rules Committee is adjourned.